the sand-in compressor, you can get that at AutoZone. Our tensioner for our serpentine belt system, it's off a Nissan Pathfinder.
There you go.
$35 part at
you can get it anywhere. That can only mean one thing, right? Green APU, here we go. Okay, so this looks like it's the service side of Green APU, and your name is?
My name's Eric.
Eric, nice meeting you, buddy.
Nice to meet you. I'm the service manager.
Okay, so tell us a little bit about Green APU, everything you know about it, and what I'm getting my hands on.
I've been here about 3 years.
Okay.
And been the service manager about 2.5. So really seen the company come a long way in the time. You know, we have a long-standing product trucking company that we have about 100 trucks.
I saw that. So tell me about that. That's what's Art Logistics?
Art Logistics.
Okay, and then you have 100 trucks? Nice.
100 trucks, and Art he just wasn't happy with what was out on the market.
Yeah.
Everything he bought.
As far as APUs?
APUs.
Yeah.
So he had a couple that he started tinkering with, improving, and that kind of led to
Let's make our own. Nice.
And now we're on basically the 5th generation of the unit, and it's been refined to the point where it makes my life easy. It's great, you know.
Was the tensioner involved in the first generation?
No, the tensioner just came along in the 5th generation.
Nice.
And belts are the biggest issue for any APU because you got to get out there and manually adjust them, especially company drivers. But nobody wants to go out, and it's like 1970s technology, going out and having a pry, with a pry bar and
exactly the problem I was dealing with. Belts are my only problem.
Yep, exactly.
Low spin on my alternator gives me low voltage, or slippage on my AC compressor.
Yep,
I'm
start to hear that squealing,
quick. Yep.
And then you may kick a belt, and it's going to cause other problems.
Yep.
So it's 85% of our issues, and that's just everybody takes that way out because that's what all of the engines come with from the factory. But we have our own manufacturing capability here. We have CNC machines. I can show you all that. So in-house, we've converted it all over to the serpentine belt, and it's made. We used to replace belts every 600 hours just to be safe,
Yeah.
Now we're going 3, 4, 5,000 hours on a belt,
All because
and we still don't even see much wear on it.
And that's what you want. You want worry-free.
That's exactly
Get your shift done, turn it off, and turn that thing on.
And people have come to expect that because that's what you get in your car. You don't have, belt issues on the car are something that you deal with, hundreds or 100,000 miles down the road or 60,000 miles down the road or whatever it is. In APUs, it's something that was so simple, but something that was such a issue.
Yeah, they completely missed the ball.
Right, and that happens to you out on the road, and you're down and out, and you're sweating in your truck, and it's 120 degrees.
Yep,
and,
you're in Florida, and you're like, so that's what happened to me recently. I turned it on, and I'm like, it's spinning pretty quick, and my volts are dropping, and my AC's not cold. I go out, the belt's missing.
Yeah.
And I'm like, great. It was squealing a couple times before that. I'm like, great. So that is awesome, Eric. Nice meeting you, dude. And you guys actually have my favorite truck right here. It's actually my truck. That's my truck. So that's what my APU, Green APU, is going on. So right now I have a competitor that kind of went out of business. So I was looking for something new, and Green APU came up from a friend of mine who actually lives here in Morris, Illinois. And he's like, hey man, check them out. And
very familiar with Morris.
There you go. I became very familiar with Green APU. I said, I need to meet these guys, I need to talk to them and see if we can get a little collaboration going on the channel. So hopefully, if you guys are looking for a Green APU or an APU of any kind, you need to check them out now. They're a new game changer, and the biggest thing I love is that serpentine belt and the tensioner. So we're gonna go get some more, check out the machines, and once you meet Eric, he's the mastermind behind the service. So, all right, nice meeting you, dude.
Come with me. Let me show you some of the cool things we got around here.
All right.
One thing we might have to take a ride with in a little bit. Go out in the gravel area and have some fun.
Have some fun, huh? Oh, I see some over there. That looks like a good time.
Oh yeah.
And so this right here is where you do all your service for the APU?
We do all of our service. We have 7 guys all day long. That's all they work on is APUs. We have some stuff that we're rebuilding here.
Okay.
This one got hit, T-boned.
Oh wow. So
by a car. It completely annihilated the whole APU.
Still salvaging it.
We took everything apart and the engine was fine.
There you go. There we go. Look at this thing. So you guys just your little fun toy around?
Yeah, we got this little toy. So when we got to go back out to the deepest part of the yard, take a ride in this thing.
Say, let's go have some fun. All right. Wow. I remember these shavings when I was in the CNC days. How you doing, bud? Are you the mastermind, the programmer? Are you a mastermind programmer?
No, not me. I'm an operator.
Nice meeting you, dude. I'm Justin. What are these doing here?
These are the...
Oh, those are pulleys.
Yeah.
Nice.
Those are a part of our serpentine system.
Nice.
That's the part that goes on the water pump.
Okay.
So these are going to get sent out, and they're going to get hard anodized.
Okay.
So they're going to outlive either one of us.
There you go.
Once they're done.
Need some of those on my personal cars.
Yes.
What else are we making around here?
So
Okay.
That's
That's when it's done. Okay. And so it starts out aluminum, ends up
it ends up anodized aluminum.
so no corrosion.
No corrosion, and then the life and he can tell you more about how it changes.
The longevity, how it hardens it up and keeps it going.
Opens it up and basically run the part for
As long as you want,
As
yep.
long as you want.
So what machine's making those? What other machines we got here?
One blade, RSST25, which basically runs any pulley,
Any kind of little parts on it, so you can make any kind of circular, anything like that.
Circular.
Okay.
Now, even hex, we can even make hex
Really?
parts, like something like this.
Wow. Okay, you can make that yourself.
Yeah.
With the threads and everything.
Yep.
Wow.
Or something like this. This is an adapter that allows us to run a second coolant hose out of the engine.
What?
So it goes
Okay.
it goes between the thermostat housing and the thermostat and the housing sits in here, and this one is it's got
And
a
that's
space
just something
here.
you innovated over time, said we need this.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's got a space here where we'll put an overheat sensor to compensate, so that we have a double protection, not
Okay.
just a temperature
Not
sensor,
just
but
temp
also
sensor. It'll
an
tell
overheat
shut down and
sensor.
you're getting hot.
And this is going to be milled down like this.
Okay.
So it'll actually become a port for us to run the coolant into the truck.
That is awesome. And then over here, what is this thing making?
So this one is actually making these.
Oh, those are making those. Okay.
Yeah, so it's in the process of getting set up and whatnot. They're doing their tests, so before we go full production, we want to make sure everything's right so that we can make our fixes and have a good part coming out.
When I was in the fabrication world, these machines were like as much as a house.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, they're no joke. Let's look at this one work. Okay, go show me.
This one is actually building this piece right here.
Okay.
So we're taking raw blocks like this,
Yep.
and we're going to be coming out like this, and this is the machine actually doing.
See if we can get a good... Switching parts, going back down. You can actually open the doors when it's not squirting, but does it have a sensor to turn it off? It'll shut it off, yeah, okay. I don't know if you guys can see that because it splatters the lubricant onto the glass, but it's milling right now, cutting it out, and it'll make this as the finished product.
Yep.
And what is this?
This is one of the brackets that's actually going to affix your APU to the frame. So we don't drill any holes in the frame or anything like that. This is a bottom bracket.
Okay.
I know that because it has these additional holes. We use those to tie your battery cables up.
Nice.
And then we have a top bracket, and they'll go like this.
So even less drilling into your frame and everything. Just
No drilling.
no drilling in your frame, it just clamps on.
Just clamps.
Nice. That's awesome, guys. You hear that? You can just take it off the truck and put it on another one when you're done. My goodness. I'm in love already because this is where my background was before I became a truck driver. I was always CNCing. So I've had those buckets of shavings bring back huge memories right there. Oh yeah. Cool, guys. Well, let's see what else we got around here. Brand new, guys. Look at that exhaust. Getting the APU put on. So what we're talking about, guys, with the zero clutter on the back of your cab, this guy's got some of those awesome lights. APU is going to go right to the frame here, no drilling, just plugs in. Wires are going to come underneath, and you're going to have your full back of your truck, just like this guy's Pete. That's a nice truck. Going to get a nice APU. I love it also that you guys put the dryer inside here too. What else we got going on?
Dryers inside, condensers inside, so you don't have anything mounted on the back of the truck. And the whole concept with everything in the unit is that they're high quality open market parts. So you don't have to come to us, you know, in future years to get replacement parts and pay our big prices. We use standard, you know, for the most part, automotive parts. The sand-in compressor, you can get that at AutoZone. Our tensioner for our serpentine belt system, it's off a Nissan Pathfinder.
There you go.
$35 part at
You can get it anywhere.
You can get
Any
it anywhere.
O'Reilly, AutoZone, or
So we take the entirely different approach. We're looking at the cost of ownership long term.
Yep.
And then the other thing we always pay attention to is how we what you'll notice if you really look close, everything is very, very refined, because on an APU, they live a hard life. And anything that can go wrong will. It's not like your lawnmower where you're running it once a week and only in the summertime, you know, and it can kind of, it'll still be okay if it's not perfect. With an APU, if everything isn't perfect, it's gonna fail. So if this hose is rubbing, you know, this bracket, or you don't have just the right clearance in your wiring and it starts chafing on something else, you're gonna get a failure. It might not be today, it might not be next year, but 2-3 years from now or whatever, you're gonna get a failure. So we've learned those lessons in the last 10 years. We're right here, our production is, you know, 100 yards from it, and we communicate on a daily basis. So it's just a constant improvement.
Yep, and from Gen 1 to Gen 5, just constantly innovating and making stuff better. And and this, the fact, guys, that they have the fan back here, the dryer inside, nothing's on the back of your truck. So you got some pretty lights and pretty windows on the back of your P to your Kenworth. Don't worry about it. This isn't going to clutter or anything. That's another thing I love about it. So that is awesome, guys. What else we got?
Cold air intake.
Cold air intake. Okay, nice. And then look at the easy access panels. Like the other ones, you had to take a whole side panel off, and you can just access it right there.
All powder coated aluminum, so you get no
corrosion.
No corrosion. Very lightweight, but still very strong.
And we're talking about the springs.
The springs, those are how the.
I know, but did you learn over time that just kind of helped with vibration?
Yeah. That's,
okay.
Especially once we only used to use the top springs, but once we started putting all 4 springs,
then it really just helped it move.
It really helped with that. We get no failure.
And the power unit is Kubota.
Kubota and Kubota 3-cylinder.
Nice.
And that's worked great for us because it's got that extra power. So the compressor kicks on.
It can take
you don't hear any.
You hear it bogged down.
Bogged down. And it's able to run, even if it's not, I think it's quieter. It tests quieter. But even more than that, it's just a nicer sound.
Yep.
It doesn't kind of rev up. It's just able to purr.
There you go.
And if you want, stainless steel if you want it.
Nice. You can get it to shine? Okay. You can get that to shine. I might want one of those for mine, guys. Well, sweet.
Our HVAC unit is right there.
Okay, that's part of it.
Upside down right now.
That's what's going to go inside your truck, guys.
That's what's going to go inside the truck.
There you go.
So these drains will go out down through the floor and allow all the condensation and everything,
that's
the moisture
awesome.
to drain out.
Nicely done.
And you have your 2 hoses. These are your 2 hoses that are going to transport your Freon.
Okay.
So when your AC's on, these 2 are working. And when your heat's on, these 2 coolant hoses are working.
Nice.
So it's just an all-in-one solution. You don't have a Webasto or bunk heater or anything else.
It's all one unit.
You just go in. You don't even have to go through AC or heat. You just set your temperature. So if you were to fall asleep and it's hot outside and you're in the sun, you set it to 72 and it's AC, well, it gets cold and at night, sun goes down, the system's just gonna adjust to that. This valve's gonna open up and it's gonna start flowing the coolant for heat. So
there you go.
It's just gonna keep you at 72, keep you comfortable, very simple.
And one more thing about the BTUs. That is a big selling point for me right there.
26,000 BTUs on both the heat and the AC. So since it
means blowing power, guys. Big blowing power.
Yes. So
you know what that means.
Yeah, it'll freeze you out of the truck and it'll burn you out of the truck.
There you go.
If you want.
Especially if you got a bigger sleeper, you get a custom sleeper, or you got an 86-inch sleeper like the W9 I got, you're gonna need that. So check them out, guys. Thank you so much, Eric.
So combined, those all go through the floor. We seal that off with a
nice
rubber sleeve.
So you cut a hole in the floor, you're gonna have a nice little rubber sleeve that comes down.
We're able to cinch this up, and you don't get any
so
kind of fumes up in
nice
the
and tight
truck,
on it.
any bugs up in the truck. Everything's sealed
awesome.
Up right.
Heck yeah. And then we'll talk about this controller in a little bit, guys, once we get inside one of these trucks. All right. And this is Dottie. This is who's been talking to me on the phone over and over and offering me coffee. Nice meeting you. So we're going to talk a little bit more about just the collaboration, everything else, and how this company started. Eric and him and his buddy have been awesome, talking about everything, and we've already kind of seen the shop and seen the CNC. So let's go see the production side.
Absolutely.
So if you're ever at a show and you find them out there and you see this Green APU truck, this is what it's like inside. Dottie's going to show us a little command center. And they'll be down in Florida, Alabama, and Arkansas this week. Okay, check us out. All right, it's temperature outside.
Temperature outside is 73. We are set at 70.
This is our super simple controller. You could see the screen over here. It's a replica of whatever is going on here. For us to be able to set our temperature and keep it that way is very important. Just because the temperature, especially in spring, summer, winter, fluctuates. So once you set your temperature, our APU works as a climate control, going up and down depending on what temperature it is.
Ice cold.
Ice cold. This is your thermostat. You're gonna see how it's gonna fluctuate. It will go from AC to heat. Now we're going to go ahead and get the hot air.
There we
which
go.
We do not want.
We don't want right now. It's like 80 degrees outside, but this is showing you how quickly it changes. That's awesome.
So now it's gonna come back to the temperature outside.
Okay. That is awesome. Such a quick response. Super easy control, right?
Super easy.
There we go. Just a single toggle back and forth, and then
Absolutely. And so once you have your selection selected, see it went from heat to AC, it has 2 degrees variance. So don't always remember that once you have it set at 70, it's not always 70.
Okay.
It has a 2-degree variance.
set temperature, set fan speed, battery charger.
So if you're really in need of really cool air, really
Use all the
really
BTUs.
quick, use all the BTUs. You'll see how quickly it's going to change.
There you go. That is awesome.
Takes about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 seconds. You'll go from regular speed to max.
To max. Guys, that thing can kick. That's faster, more than I've ever felt anything else. Even your AC vents. So, awesome. That's what I'm looking for.
Absolutely. So in your truck will be the same setup as here.
Okay.
You'll have direct connection to your HVAC.
Okay.
From here.
Yeah.
Direct hose. And the other one will go into your sleeper vents.
Okay.
Since we do not have a sleeper, this is our
Sleeper
way of showing it how
So one underneath and one up top.
Yep.
Ready to plug in.
Circulates the temperature from the top is usually warmer.
Yep.
It will circulate, making it colder, quicker, easier.
A little cyclone inside your truck.
Absolutely.
That is awesome. So that's I like how the ease of it. The APU I have right now in the truck, not so easy. Buttons everywhere. No idea what I'm doing. So the simplicity of that is awesome.
So what we recommend is actually the speed fan as auto,
Okay.
because it works at its best.
Okay.
It performs the best. It will create the best temperature and climate for you inside. Once you select 68, let's go set temperature to 68. It will know to give a bit more power. Okay. Even though it's on auto.
Okay. So it just knows it's smarter than we are. There we go. Well, awesome. Let's check out the units in the back of this trailer. So this trailer has a whole nother top. Then we come down here, and this is where we're got some extra units. These are going to be on the ground out there that we're going to be showcasing, right?
Correct.
Just kind of has the same vents up here, same controllers, and this is whenever they go to a show, they'll bring these out so you can kind of see
How they
real
operate,
time.
how they work, what the capabilities are, and this is what
The size of them, everything. So there we go.
you'll see whatever you're getting.
And we're heading to Florida tomorrow.
And
Today we're heading to Florida, so I made it here just in time. Guys, it was so hard. Dottie and I were back and forth on the phone. She's like, we are so busy, so you got to just be here at 9 a.m. I'm like, all right, I'll be there. That's awesome. Thanks for cleaning it up for us. Thanks, buddy. Okay, so that's a heck of an awesome truck. Let's check out inside of here. How you doing? Let's check out inside of here. Okay, so this is production, guys. These look like some finished up units right here going in. And over here, this is where it's all happening. How you doing?
How you doing?
Good. There's Dottie again. Show us what we got going on.
come on in.
Okay.
So what we do is we assemble all these units here on premises. So all this happens here, beginning from adjustments, any little things. Come on, look.
Let's come check it out. So all the final assemblies going on. Here we go. Zip tying the wires. Nicely done. Oh, here's that raw motor. So you just roll it down as it's getting done. So this will come over to him. All of our belts. It says all produced right here in Illinois. How you doing, bud? Yeah. Nicely done. And then what are we doing here? Is this for wiring? I think that's for...
Wiring is pre-cut. truck.
Okay.
This is all the silicone hoses that we
Nice. Nice.
everything
Everything's
that you had seen here will be assembled, cut to the specification of the unit,
okay.
and then put in casing,
Okay.
so no damage.
There you go. Nice. Beautiful. There we go.
All are aluminum. All of the casings are aluminum.
Yeah.
And they're powder coated.
Yep.
So if you see how light they
Yeah,
are.
that's what Eric was showing me earlier.
Yeah.
And then you can also, if you want the first cover to be stainless, you can.
There you go.
There they are. There you go. You can have a shiny one if you want, guys. Speaking of the stainless, there you go. All right. This is awesome. It's all getting packaged up. Ready to go. Cool. There's a hot one out here, guys. Still warm. It's like 81 in here, huh? Today's a warm one. And then this is testing?
Yeah, this is a replica of a semi-truck.
Okay.
So this is exactly what you would see in your own truck. All the hoses, all the connections, all the pressures, everything is the same as in your truck. So what we do is double check, triple check, make sure before it goes on your truck to make sure it works the way it's supposed to.
Final test. You don't just put them together and ship them out. You say, let's
No.
make sure it works.
Make sure it
and then
works.
drain the fluids back out and ship it to you.
Yep.
That is awesome. I love it. Okay, well, that was a big, awesome semi-truck out there. We're gonna hang out with Dottie. Okay, so let's go check out some wiring in the office. But first of all, something caught my eye right here. What is this, Dottie?
This is our rally car.
Let's go check it out. I saw it. I was like, it's got tires. It has to be. This is not an APU. This is a Green APU rally car. Here we go. Yes. So where does this one run?
So we have had two championships.
Two championships in it?
National
What?
198 is our truck, our
That-
car, our owner of the company also races. So
Does he drive it? So Art drives it.
our drives it.
So-
He has won 2 championships already.
So the Green APU owner actually has a little bit of race car in him right here, a little rally car.
The funny part is, not the funny part, but the number one thing that actually we brought from racing is the dependability of the parts.
Yep.
So dependability is number one deal for us. We don't want to make money on you just because we buy plastic cheap parts that you're
Yeah,
going to
and you're gonna have to come back and get more. Yep.
Our idea is to make sure that it's built durable and it's going to
last.
withstand the heat and cold.
And that's what to say. Cooling is probably a big thing because cooling is a huge thing in racing. So they're like, let's bring cooling into these. So the racing background comes into your APU, guys, and that is awesome. So congrats on the 2 championships.
Thank you.
Okay, so here we go. This is like the dispatch headquarters for Art Logistics, right?
So this is where the magic happens.
Okay.
And by magic, I have no idea.
No idea. That's what I know about. I know what the lanes they're running and stuff they're doing.
Okay, they have their own setups.
Nice. That's right. And that's about 100 trucks, right? You
Just
just
over.
Just over 100 trucks are dispatching.
Absolutely.
That's
so
awesome.
we have our safety, we have our
All different
other
departments. And then upstairs is the
big wig. Say hello.
hi. How you doing? Then we'll go upstairs. That's the APU offices.
Correct.
There we go. Yeah, so there's wiring going on there, and then this is Dottie's office. Every time I called her and harassed her, this is where she was. Stop calling me, you crazy YouTuber. That's a heck of a cool little mount thing too. Little thing to hold your phone.
This is how I talk to you guys.
So
So this is my setup. This is what I do.
is
I
your
usually
talking.
plug in.
there you go.
I have all the information.
In there.
Probably should be
No, shouldn't have that on there. But you do. So all the sales come to you, or is there a different sales department?
There is 2 different people that
sales.
deal with this.
Okay.
I do mainly Lamont location
Marketing
marketing
okay.
for us, as well as a little bit of distributor help.
and okay, nice.
So we do have additional 35 distributors across the U.S. and Canada. So growing.
Growing. Yeah. Hopefully this video gets out because we want APUs like yours. That's when I heard about it. I heard about it from another YouTuber. He's got a big influence, but not as big as me for owner operator. So hopefully this gets a lot of other guys in the mode for Green APU.
Absolutely.
That's awesome. Okay, so here is wiring, and I noticed something on the wall. That's the original rally car. A little Mitsubishi. I like it. And who do we have here?
We have Karen
Hi,
here.
hi, Karen.
Our billing department.
Yeah, when you run your credit card, guys, Karen takes care of those digits for you. And then over here, fuse box, wiring harness, all that stuff. All the stuff to make the magic work, guys. Okay. Nice. Whoa. So these are all little connectors. Oh yeah, that's pretty cool. It comes right down in there. The finished product is you're gonna be here, guys. That
I'd
is
like to see one happen.
sure. If you have time. I don't even know what these machines do. Which one do you want to do? Which one's the most fun? Okay, let's do them all. Here we go. And these are probably, I don't know what this is, probably going to the fuse box or something.
This is usually going to
Wow, it just snaps it down. Makes life a little easier. So the grommet goes on, pushes it on. It knows it's there. There you go. Yeah. Nicely done. So this is, everything's in-house, guys. That's what I love about this. Nothing's outsourced. The motors are coming in, and then they put it all together here.
So all the wire harnesses are completed here. Unfortunately, the person who's usually working on it went to a show this morning.
Unfortunately, but fortunately.
So this is how it's done.
That's your fuse box.
Everything is made sure that it works correctly.
Yep.
Everything has its own diagram, how it's supposed to be done.
There's your plug.
Everything is
There you go.
made on this.
It's got all the loom on it, guys, all nice, tightly wrapped, protected. Like, I just can't say enough. For the price, you're bang for your buck, you're getting a heck of a product.
Absolutely.
So there we go.
So quality over quantity for us, definitely.
Definitely. And here it comes, guys. A little known fact I just found out about Dottie. When you call her, right there, you're talking to someone who knows these trucks. She drives, guys. She's got a Class A CDL. She knows everything about these trucks. And right there is our new APU. Can't wait. We're going to get one of the little chrome fronts on it, stainless fronts, so we have the cooler look. And yeah, she used to drive. She still drives. She still has an active CDL, guys. So when you talk to Dottie, she knows what you guys have been through. Pretty cool.
Absolutely.
Can't say enough good things about Green APU, guys. Great people, great hospitality. All these trucks already have them installed, running and working, going through their final checks before they go back to the customers. And we are going to get ours installed down there in Simpsonville with the stainless cover with one of their master techs. They're actually going to send one of their master techs down to just make sure it all gets done completely right. The guy down there in Simpsonville has done plenty of their installs, but they kind of want to give him even more knowledge on the 5th gen, the new stuff that's going on. So Green APU, JustTruckin, great collab. Can't wait for more, and God bless you.